Hare Krishna.
Live now. Suta Vasa Jagre Paurusham Rupa Bhagavan Mahadadivi Sambodham Shodashakalam Adav Loka Sishikshaya. Suta said in the beginning of the creation, the Lord had expanded himself in the universe form of the Purusa Incarnation and manifested all ingredients for the material creation. Others at first there was the creation of the 16 principles of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universes. Okay, so this is the 3 Vishnu avatars being discussed. What are the 3 names, you know? Rekha
Garbhadaksha Vishnu, Shivadaksha Vishnu, Karnodaksha Vishnu. Karnodaksha Vishnu.
Perfect.
Karnodaksha and Garbhadaksha are same.
It's like medical term, medical field, we only have big terms, correct? So here also we have big terms. Karnodaksha, Shira. Anyway, Mahavishnu, you can write what is underlined.
Mahavishnu lies down in some part of the spiritual sky by his own free will. Thus he lies on the ocean of Karna, from where he glances over his material nature, and the Mahatattva is at once created. Thus electrified by the power of the Lord, the material nature at once created innumerable universes, just as in due course a tree decorates itself with innumerable ground fruits. The seeds of the tree is sown by the cultivator, and the tree or creeper in due course become manifested with so many fruits. Nothing can take place without a cause. The Karna ocean is therefore called as the causal ocean. Karna means causal.
Correct. So generally we say there was no cause and by accident everything happened. But then he does not agree. Prabhupada is not agreeing, Krishna is not agreeing. They say, no, there has to be a cause. When we do not know the cause, he escaped by telling there was some accident. That's an escape, correct? Like by accident, you're not on the internet. Correct? You chose to be on the internet. So we look to be a reasonable thing. But here we have an answer. It says causal ocean. Okay? Karana. Karana. इसका कारण क्या था? तो देखो कारणदक्ष विष्णु. ये कारण है. पूरा यूनिवर्स का कारण is कारणदक्ष विष्णु. This is number 2. Purusha, the cause of matter and material world, in the Lord enters us. This is second one is called Garbhodaksha. You can see.
So these slides are not moving. Now we got it.
Yeah, it takes some time. It has to reach from Mangalore to Delhi, you know, the image. There. Can you see the third one?
Yes, sir.
You keep probably tap what is happening. What comes here on my screen will come on your screen after that. Okay. Now, Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the Paramatma, everyone's Prabhupada says some important thing. Paramatma, every material object, organic or inorganic. This is very important. It's not only in the heart, every living entity is in the heart of every atom, correct? Therefore, we say, no, Andantaras, Pramanu Chayantaras, is everywhere. Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the collective Paramatma, all the living beings. Collective, is there in all the living entity. He is called Hari, and from him all the incarnations of the universe are expanded. So the managing this universe is such a beautiful form. You can touch his lotus feet now. Managing this universe is his business. Okay, so generally all the incarnations come from him. But when Krishna descends, Krishna is called incarnation because he is descending. Descending means incarnation, but actually he does not. He is not his incarnation. Actually, he is also incarnation of Krishna. But it appears like general that he is one of the avatars of Vishnu. Specifically clarified in this chapter. You could read the whole chapter?
Yes.
Okay. This is another one. You can see the Paramatma. You can take darshan of his lotus feet. Okay, that's why I cut out this picture. Yes, Mataji, you can read.
The Lord is the only enjoyer. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is also mentioned that the material world is created at certain intervals and then again destroyed. This creation and destruction is done by the Supreme Will because of the conditioned soul or Nitya-Bhada living beings. The Nitya-Bhada or eternally conditioned souls have the sense of individuality or Ahankara which dictates them sense enjoyment which they are unable to have constitutionally. The Lord is the only enjoyer, and all others are enjoyed. The living beings are predominated enjoyers, but the eternally conditioned souls, forgetful of his constitutional position, have strong aspirations to enjoy. The chance to enjoy matter is given to the conditioned souls in the material world, and side by side they are given the chance to understand their real constitutional position. Those fortunate living entities who catch the truth and surrender unto lotus feet of Vasudeva, after many many births in the material world, join the eternally liberated souls, and thus are allowed to enter into the kingdom of Godhead. After this, such fortunate living entities need not come again within the occasional material creation, but those who cannot catch the constitutional truth are again merged into the Mahatattva at the time of annihilation of the material creation. When the creation is again set up, this Mahatattva is again let loose. This Mahatattva contains all the ingredients of the material manifestations, including the conditioned souls.
So the point here is that ahankara, which dictates itself in life. The sense enjoyment is like dictated. Do it, I have to enjoy. Prabhupada says very nicely. Everybody in the metal world is looking for a victim. It's very funny. Because you want to enjoy not only matter, you want to enjoy other living entities, you want to control them, dominate them. So we are looking for a victim who will agree to be victimized. So, and why this kind of tendency? Because of ahankara. Ahankara vibodhatma kaham vedumanyate. Okay, now first shloka, we go to the second shloka. As part of this, Purusha lies down in the water of the universe. From the navel lake of his body sprouts a lotus stem, and from that lotus flower of the stem, Brahma, the master of all the engineers in the universe, become master. Therefore, every engineering college should have Murti of Brahma, biggest engineer. Okay. Okay, this is all information. That's all we know. This is the beautiful picture of Brahma. You can see Brahma is very handsome. I was just seeing in the net, most of the pictures, Brahma is shown to be, Brahma is shown to be something very old with the dadi and all, correct? It
Yes,
looks better. It looks very handsome. And you see creating Narada from his heart, all the different devatas, or everything in the material world, secondary creation. They say Mahakalpa, Vikalpa, and Kalpa. Mahakalpa is Mahavishnu's creation, and then Garbhodaksha Vishnu is Vikalpa. And Brahma's creation is called Kalpa. Kalpa is the creation of Brahma, which he does every day. Done. We go to the third shloka. It is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but he has nothing to do with the created metal ingredient. His body is eternally in the spiritual existence par excellence. Generally, people can't understand the transcendental feature of the Lord. Some external word also is meditation, as what is called as Virat Rupa. The conception of Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, the Absolute, is specially meant for neophyte devotees. Neophytes who can hardly think of the transcendental form of the personality of God and potency of the Lord and the Lord of simultaneous different and non-different. The formation of a multifarious manifestation or incarnation always in the same transcendental quality without a touch of Mahatattva. Devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendental form of the Purusha, which has thousands of legs, thighs, arms, faces, all extraordinary. In that body there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes, and nose. They're all decorated, thousand helmets, glowing earrings, and adorned with garland. These are all meditation going on this thing, Virat Rupa. The Prabhupada says something very interesting here, which I underline. You can read this, Mataji.
So we have to take information of the transcendental form of the Lord from persons who have actually seen him with perfect eyes, smeared with devotional service. In the material world also, we do not always see things with our own eyes. We sometimes see through the experience of those who have actually seen or done things. If that is the process for experiencing a mundane object, it is perfectly applicable to matters transcendent.
Correct. Now something happens in some part of the world. You're not saying, somebody says, I saw it happen. So, but you accept it. Particularly when mundane objects you're ready to agree this, why not for transcendent subject matter, isn't it? It's not being fair, correct? You have to be equal. This form, the second manifestation of the Purusha, is the source or indestructible seed of multifarious incarnation within the universe. From the particles and portion of this form, different living entities like demigod, men, and others are created. Okay, this is done. Now, different kind of incarnations referring to Kshirodaksha Vishnu, the second Purusha coming from the Mahavishnu. What are the different kind of incarnations I listed? Purusha, three Purushas, Gunavataras, Leelavataras. See the Purusha, three Guna, three Leelavataras, innumerable. Manvantara, 14 Manus. Yugavataras, 4 different Yugas. Shaktesh Avatar, again. Now, this is some calculation I spent some time yesterday. Okay. Now, this is the time. This is Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. And Dwapar Yuga is double of that, that is 8,64,000 years. Treta Yuga is triple of that is 1.296 million years. And Satya Yuga is 4 times of that, 4 times. Okay? Dwa means 2, 3 means 3 means 3, correct? So that's why you can calculate. The total becomes 4x plus 3x, 2x plus x is 10x, 4.32 million years is one Divya Yuga, set of Yugas. Now, there are 71 Divya Yuga in Manvantara in one Manu's life. That becomes 306.72 billion years. Fantastic life. Now, one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manvantaras. So, Brahma's day is 14 times, so this is 4.32 billion years. And it's just one day of Brahma. Brahma lives 360 days into 100, 336,000 kalpas. Brahma, that is equal to 311.04 trillion years. You're looking at the life of Brahma. Hare Krishna. We can sit and also again redo the calculation sometime. Start with the Kali Yuga, 4,32,000. Check my calculation. Okay. But I hope this is correct. 311.04 trillion years. Something interesting I'll show. How old is Brahma? His life is 311.04 trillion years. How old is he now? Okay. There it is. Brahma has passed already 50 years. You get information. He is all 50-year-old. So 4,32,000 years is Kali Yuga, into 10 1 Divya Yuga, into 1000 is day of Brahma, into 2 it becomes his 24 hours, correct? 12 hours are this one. Into 2 is his full 24 hours. Into 360, that many years. Okay. 360 is 1 year. Into 360, 1 year is this much. 1 day into 360 is 1 year into 50. That is 155.52 trillion years he has already passed as per the one portion. Then you look at 6, within this day of Brahma, actually we are in the first day of Brahma, and this day will last for 4.32 billion years. So we will be on this day for a long time. He's just finished 50th year, and he had his celebration, and we are on the first day. 6 Manvantaras are over on this day. So 6 Manus have already come. So the calculation comes to 1851 billion years. And then 27 cycles of 4 Yugas are over. So within this Manvantara, there are 71 cycles. 27 cycles are over. That is 116.64 million years. And then Satya, Treta, and Dwapara, these 3 Yugas are over. Okay, so that is 3.888 million years. And then time will last when Kali Yuga is 511 point. This is Kali Yuga time now. This is, you know, that our set Satreta and Dwapar is over. So therefore 3.888 million years. And in this Kali Yuga, 5,117 years are over. Okay. So this total I sat and calculated. Took me 2 hours yesterday. Some people can do faster, I think. Okay. Is 155.552 trillion years. You saw that all within the day we have covered only 0.202 trillion years, roughly to that much point, that is something like 2 billion years we have covered totally in this day of Brahma. Long day of Brahma. But Brahma doesn't feel like us. He feels his day like we feel our normal day. It didn't go so long when it is over. Time is relative. First of all, in the beginning of the creation, there were the four Kumaras, sons of Brahma, who, being situated in the vow of celibacy, underwent severe austerity for realization. Very important point. For realizing absolute truth, you need to undergo severe austerity. Yeah, you know the story, Rekha Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, I don't remember.
This is the four Kumaras, they are seeing somebody. Jaya and Vijaya. Actually, what happened? They heard from their father that Vaikuntha is there, but they're not seeing it. They realize soul, but not realize Vaikuntha or the Lord. So they said, let us see, check it out, see this. So they went to Vaikuntha. They were powerful, they could do that. And at the gate, the 6 gates, there was nobody. At 7th gate, the Jay Vijay were there, and by somehow inspired by the Lord, they put their hey, you can't go in. Now, this 4 Kumaras, they became upset, They said, what? Just like a child get upset, no, you don't allow him to go somewhere. Chaitanya does it sometimes. He wants to enter some,
Yes,
you don't allow. He gets very
always.
They said, hey, but they were very learned. Not so. They said, see, we are going to see the Lord in obstructing. That shows envy. There should be no envy in the spiritual world. You are not fit for this world. Go to the material world. They cursed them. They got frightened because they are now being cursed by Vaishnava is very dangerous. You see, they are frightened on their face. They are very frightened. And then Narayana himself personally comes. And you look at them, 4 of them. You see that? The picture has come now, Narayana's picture.
No, Prabhuji, not yet.
It will come. You have to be patient. Come, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You got it. What to do this? Internet is so slow. Now, what happens is that they are seeing the Narayana and so beautiful. My God, he's so beautiful. They never seen in life. And accompanied by Lakshmi, you see some people are holding umbrella. And in fact, when you meet devotees also, it is like that. My God, they're so wonderful. That is what I felt in my college in the day I saw them. Anyway, the whole atmosphere is different. So they saw the lotus feet of the Lord and they smelled the tulsi on the lotus. You see that now, next picture will come. You saw the picture. It has come.
Yes,
It has come. See, one of
yes,
them is down. One of them is down. He's smelling tulsi on the lotus feet of the Lord. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So they are sweet that the holding their hands to their heart. My God, that's why it's Narada also when he saw the Parama discussing now in the 6th chapter. That was with Ayal Mataji and the group. He was so happy actually, so happy. And Narada Prabhupada is what we are desiring to see. Life after life was seen by Narada. These 4 Kumaras also saw what we are desiring to see. Life after life. Actually, we are looking to see him only. And when we see him, the world is so wonderful. Because the Kumaras became great devotees. The supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices accepted the incarnation of boar and for the welfare of the earth. He lifted the earth from the nether regions of the universe. That is which incarnation? The boar, Varaha. Okay. Can you read the slide, Mataji? So I know it has come.
The supreme enjoyer, now it has come. For every incarnation of the personality of Godhead, the particular function executed is also mentioned. There cannot be any incarnation without a particular function, and such functions are always extraordinary. The incarnation of the boar was to take the earth out of the region of filthy matter. Picking up something from filthy matter is done by a boar, and the all-powerful personality of Godhead displayed this wonders to the asuras, who had hidden the earth in such a filthy place. There is nothing impossible for the personality of Godhead, and though he played the part of a boar, by the devotee he is worshipped, staying always in transference.
Okay, so for the Lord, everything is everything is transcendental. Here we got one picture. This is a beautiful picture of the boar, Vara Avatara. Okay, and here is another one. Okay, it is.
I have a question here, Prabhuji.
Ah.
First incarnation is not mentioned. Are the second incarnation?
No. See what happens is that generally the Masya Kurmavara is in a prayer of Jayadeva Goswami. It may not be the sequence in which it came. Okay? You got it? He's not saying I'm ordering by the time anyway. Okay? He's not ordering by time. First he started with he's mixing all kind of incarnations there. There are all the Manvantara Avatara, Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, everything as in together put. He's going to put 22 incarnations. So he's not focusing on the sequence, neither on Vishnu in plenary portion. He's just giving you a set of incarnations. Samashakti Veshavataras. Okay.
But in chapter, the sequence is maintained. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and the other.
No, in the Bhagavatam it is in this sequence only. First is Chorus, then is comes to Varaha. Okay, you can see him. He fighting the Hiranyakashipu, or he's fighting whom? Fighting Hiranyaksha. Okay, the brother of Hiranyakashipu, and he killed him. Okay, you can see there's a fight mentioned in the Bhagavatam. In the millennium of the received, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation form of Devarshi Narada, who was a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of Vedas which deal with the devotion service and which inspire non-productive action. This is great sage Narada. I got some pictures for some important point. Yes, Mataji, repeat the points.
The great Rishi Narada, who is empowered incarnation of the personality of Godhead, propagates devotional service all over the universe. All great devotees of the Lord all over the universe and in different planets and species of life are his disciples. Sri
Just
Vyasadeva
read
the
the underline, only underline. Yeah.
Narada is the
Next.
author of Narada is the
Continue.
author of Narada, which is the exposition of the Vedas, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord.
Okay, so Narada is known for many things. He made so many devotees. And he has collected all. There is one thing also known as Narada Bhakti Sutra. Okay? There are some sutras, some basic essence of devotion service. In fact, Prabhupada started that book and some devotees then completed it. Narada Pancharatra is the basis on which we have the Pancharatra in the temple. Okay? The worship of the Lord. How to regulate the worship to the Lord. That is Narada Pancharatra. There are like this some 10-12 books on Pancharatra by different authors. We follow Narada Pancharatra. But just to note the point, Narada Pancharatra is different from Narada Bhakti Sutra. Two different concepts. This is Narada, spaceman here. Prabhupada says the transcendental spaceman. He is instructing Vedavyasa. Here, this is the birth of Narada. Narada was a small child. You see, he's serving the great sages. We discussed in the 6th chapter and 5th chapter. On the right side, you can see Narada is instructing Dhruva. Images come, Prabhu?
Now it is come.
Yeah, this is Narada correcting. Who is the person whom he corrected, who became a great devotee later? What is it called? Brigari. Okay? This is Narada correcting Brigari. And he was such a cruel man, he used to leave the animals half dead. And after Narada inspired him and made him a great devotee, you see the painting is so nicely done. Narada looks so transcendental, so pure he looks when meeting Brigari. And then Narada comes there with his friend Parvata Muni, another spaceman. And when he comes, he wants to pay obeisance, but he sees some ants are there. So carefully with the chadar, first he removes the ants, then he pays obeisance. Same man who could kill animals half dead became careful not to touch even an ant. Therefore, Prabhupada says when you become a devotee, Yasyasa bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunaitasra samasate sura hara abhakta sekuto mahadguna pandorate savato dhavato vahi. This is another instance of Narada. Narada is punishing Nalakuvera and Managriva. That comes in the Krishna book. And here is another instance, Narada instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this question to Narada. My dear Narada, I have one question. It's so beautifully done, the painting. Krishna looks so transcendental in this. So transcendental. He's there in the palace, but he is transcendental. In front of Krishna, he is asking Narada this question. My Lord Krishna looks to be partial. He should not be partial, no, he is the Supreme Lord. Very beautiful. In the fourth incarnation, Lord became Narayana, the prince of the wife of King Dharma. Thus he undertook severe and exemplary penances to control the senses. You can read the underlying picture.
As the king Rşabha advised his son Tapasya or voluntary acceptance of penance for realization of the transcendence is the only duty of the human being. It was so done by the Lord himself in an exemplary manner to miracles. The incarnation of Narayan is worshipped still at Badri Narayan on the ranges of Himalayas.
In fact, I went to the site and I was looking for actually two mountains are called Nara and Narayana there. It's at the Badrikashim is at the valley of those two mountains. And if somebody is fortunate, the Lord Narayan can give darshan. In fact, it is said that Madhvacharya went. He met Vedavyasa and Vedavyasa took him to this Badri, what we see, he took him from that to another called Upper Badri, where generally people can't go. And there he then gave darshan of Narayan Rishi, who blessed him and instructed him. So they are there. There are some paintings being made on Narayan Rishi also. This is Narayan, they say the deities there. This is the Badrikashram. At the back side, you can see right and left the two mountains, Nar and Narayana. Center is another mountain. That is not. Can you see that?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have come to this place.
You have gone there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You have gone to Badrinath. So far.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. It's a beautiful place.
I don't know. They are scared now to go there.
Some 10 years back I went.
And the right and left are the Narayan Rishi mountains, correct? And center is of the mountain. Okay. This Badrinath temple is the valley of this. So we continue. In the fifth incarnation, Lord Kapila, the foremost of the perfect being, he gave exposition of the creative elements of metaphysics to Asuri Brahmana. In course of time, the knowledge had been lost. This is Kapila Muni. Kapila, this is in Bhagavatam mentioned. Prabhupada says the author of the Sankhya philosophy. This is he, Kapila Muni, instructing his mother Devahuti. So even the mother became the Shishya of the son, which is so transcendental. Just like Shuka Muni speaks, his father is sitting and listening again there. Okay? So that age is not a criteria. Can be a father get lost. No. If anybody is ready to be there. So nicely painted by Devahuti. See how mother is listening to him? So with love. That is how to transfer spiritual knowledge. So nice. In the sixth incarnation, Purusa, the son of Sage, after he was born from the womb of Anushuya and prayed for an incarnation, spoke on the subject of transcendence to Alarka, Prahlad, and this is Dattatreya, son of the sage. He said, "Is actually the mother prayed to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva to please combine and can be combined together and become my son." He was accepted and Dattatreya was born. This is the best picture I could find of Dattatreya on the neck. Okay, it's combined the three incarnations, Brahma, Vishnu, Brahma holding the Kamandalo, and Shiva holding the Trishul, and Lord Vishnu holding the Chakra. You can see all the three. Okay, let us proceed. Tata Saptama, the seventh incarnation was Yajña, the son of Prajapati, Ruchi, and wife Akuti. He controlled the period in the reign of Swayambhava Manu and assisted a demigod such as his son Yama. Yes, you can read this, Mataji, underline.
During the period of Swayambhava Manu, the present period is of Vyasadeva Manu, there was no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra, the king of Indra Loka planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra.
The Lord himself became Indra at that time. This happens, this is Yajña. Yajña, there is a lot of things. Yeah, there is a personified Yajña, is Krishna himself. And at that time, there was nobody to take the post of Indra, so he became, and there was some work to be done. Yeah, anyway, I've given a picture of a big Yajña happening. Can you see this? So many people are doing Yajña. I think this is a painting, and in the center, big Yajña. Generally, previously in the Yajñas, the Lord himself used to descend. The painting has been given. The Lord is descending the day. In the eighth incarnation was King Rşabha, Rşabha. the son of King Navi and his wife Meru Devi. In this incarnation, Lord showed the path of perfection which is followed by those who have fully controlled their senses, who are honored by all orders of life. Okay? Yeah, you can read the underline of it.
King Rşabha propagated this mission, and at last stage he became completely aloof from the materially bodily needs, which is a rare stage not to be imitated by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all.
But it was imitated. Who imitated? Whole community started with some King Arhat, and Jainism was born, imitating Rşabha. Okay, they don't accept the teaching of Rşabha as given in Bhagavatam. They call themselves the followers of Rşabha. Anyway, we have continue. This is Rşabha instructing his son, and the chief among them is Bharat Maharaj. He is instructing them over. Before he left, renounced, retired, he called all his sons, instructed, and Prabhupada loved those instructions. He used to always quote the shloka. Nayam deha de bhajam niloke. You know the shloka, Mataji? Nayam deha de bhajam niloke kashtan kaman arati vidbhajam he. Tapo divyam putrikayena sattvam shuddhed asmad brahma saukyam tu anandam. Is my voice clear, Mataji, or it is breaking?
No, Babaji, perfectly clear.
Ah, very nice, because this is getting recorded. Oh, Brahmana, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord prayed for the sages, accepted the body of the king Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various products, and for the reason the earth was beautiful and attractive. Yes, Mataji, your turn now. You read the underline.
It is whenever there is some negligence on the part of the king in discharging his duty, the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. The intelligent class of men, however, do not occupy the royal throne because they have much more important duties for the welfare of the public. Maharaja Prithu excavated many procedures from the earth, and thus not only did the citizens become so happy to have such a good king, but the complete sight of earth also become beautiful and attractive.
This is Prithu Maharaj. He is getting born. Actually, his father was a great demon. His name was Vena, King Vena. And the sages became so upset with him. They went to him and they said, "What are you doing? You have stopped worship of Vishnu." He banned the worship of Vishnu on earth. They went to him. They said, "What are you up to?" So he became very angry. He said, "Hey, I am maintaining you. Worship me. Why are you worshipping somebody else? I am your God." So they became so upset they killed him. Just by chanting mantras, they killed him. And then there was no ruler in the world. Okay, so they made his son. They know what to do now. Therefore, transcendentally, they created a child from him. First child was a personification of sinful activity, was sent away. And then the next was born the Lord himself in full age. He came to rule. You can see not a child. He is born as a full-size personality. Came with his wife also. I don't think anybody can do that today technology. With wife and husband. Okay. This is him being coronation now. Right side you can see the coronation. You can see Lord Shiva has come, and all the devatas have come. They are offering him something. Husband and wife being avatars being worshipped. Okay. Now this is Prithu Maharaj, and the nine with the Navavidha Bhakti is known as the perfection of Archana, worshipping. Why? I was thinking Prabhupada comments on this. When the four Kumaras visited him, you see how transcendental they look, the four Kumaras now. So beautiful they look. Child, fully learned sages. Okay. And they are sitting now, and in this, and he washes their feet and worships them. Therefore, it's the personification of Archanam, how to worship. Okay. And he is there, Prithu Maharaj with the sages assisting him, and he worships the four. And here is Prithu Maharaj chasing Mother Earth. It's like Star Wars picture on the right hand side. You know what happens that he tells Earth, "You're not giving enough food." But actually, she said she became panicked. So she took form of a cow and started running. So he took his bow and cut you to pieces. And she is, then said, okay, she turned her face to him and she said, what can I do? The people are still so sinful because of your father. Things became disorganized. I don't want to feed sinful people. So that's a very important instruction in Bhagavatam. The earth doesn't want to feed. Even though Krishna might want to feed, earth doesn't want to feed sinful people. So the Prithu Maharaj understands. So then she guided him how to produce from earth. So he made whole earth beautiful by, breaking the mountains and clearing place for agriculture and other things. So that is another function of, I think, very beautiful. Now, first time I saw this painting actually. Ritu Maharaj chasing Earth like a Star Wars picture. Yes, when there was a complete inundation after the period of Chakshamanu, the whole world was deep within water, Lord, except the form of fish, and protected Vaivasvata Manu, keeping him on the board. This is which incarnation? Now coming, Matsya Avatara. Lord, in order to special favor Satyavrata, the devotee of the Lord, in particular incarnated himself. And this Satyavrata later became the Manu. Our Manu is Satyavrata. Vaivasvata Manu is another name of Satyavrata. Okay, so he's our Manu. You can see the pictures now. You are having this king. He had gone to collect water from the river. And what did he see? So what did he see? He saw, fish, and the fish requested him. Actually, he was collecting water from the commando, and the fish was there. So he threw the fish on the water. So the fish again, and again he collected water. Again, fish was inside. This is mysterious. Again, it kept happening. Then he asked the fish, "Who are you?" He said, "The fish says, please give me shelter." Okay, so, oh great king, give me shelter. So he gave shelter, but then the fish became bigger and bigger. It became too big for the commando, then too big for his belly. You heard the story? Then became too big for his lake, and then he threw in the ocean. It became more massive. See, massive size it is. And then he told the king, "I have incarnated to protect you. I will come. When the devastation time, I will come. You wait at this place." Because so he was waiting. Now the fish has come, and then he connected a boat and all with the important sages. He tied the boat to the fish, and the fish kept traveling in the water of devastation. And not only that, the fish instructed the king throughout. That is recorded in the Bhagavatam. Instruction of the Matsya Avatara to the king. And one more, the 11th incarnation Lord took the form of tortoise, which tells the people for the Mandarachala hill, which is being used as a churning rod by thieves and atheists of the universe. Yes, you can read the translation, Mataji.
Once both the atheist and theist were engaged in producing nectar from the sea, so that all of them could become deathless by drinking it. At that time, the Madrachala hill was used as churning rod, and the shell of Lord Tortoise, the incarnation of Godhead, became the resting place or pivot of the hill in the sea water.
Okay, in the sea water, atheists and atheists were engaged in producing nectar. All of them could become deathless by drinking it. At the time, Mandarachala used it. Okay, so this is now Kurma. This is which we know where it is. You have to travel. East Asia, you will see this is Thailand and the airport. In India we have no we have no faith to make this. They are made in their airport. People come to India, in every airport there should be something like this. Somewhere Vishnu, somewhere different avatars. This is Matsya Avatara. You see what a massive work done in Thailand. This is a snake, Vasuki being, Can you see this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Amazing, no? Have you seen this otherwise? Have you traveled to Thailand?
No, No, Prabhuji.
See, imagine in the airport you see this. In the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared the Dhanvantari, and the 13th he allured the thieves by charming beauty of a woman and gave nectar to the demigod. So there are two incarnations mentioned here. 12th is Dhanvantari and 13th is this is Dhanvantari. I think it will take time for the image to come.
It has come.
Oh, what happened now? You are seeing me or you are seeing the...
Yes, Prabhuji, we are seeing you.
What is this drum? Something happened here.
Again, it has come now.
Okay, now you can see.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this is Dhanvantari incarnation. You can see that this is the Mohini Murti. Dhanvantari is the origin of the Ayurveda. Ashwini Kumara, Dhanvantari, they've all given. Now this Mohini Murti, you know who is the head is being cut now?
No, Prabhuji.
Rahu. Rahu was one of the demons and he knew that Dhanvantari has tricked everybody and is giving nectar only to the Devatas. So what he did, the Rahu, he took the form of the Devata and he sat amongst them. So Mohini Murti saw that, his Vishnu himself cut his head. But his head had already drunk nectar, so that me. And Rahu, because Surya and Chandra had complained against him, he keeps troubling them. That is eclipse. Prabhupada said, you know, to the BI or Bhaktivinoda Scientific Institute, they said, prove to the scientists that eclipse is not caused by what they are telling, shadows. It is caused by Rahu. But unfortunately, we are so lazy, we have not done anything. Okay. That's why I like, I want to have an Acharya who has faith in every word of the Shastra, correct? That's great Acharya. And this is Shiva running after Mohini. Shiva came to know Lord showed such a beautiful form and he went and with his wife he went to Vishnu. And he said that I heard he showed such a beautiful form and I just wanted to see this beautiful form over yours, my Lord. You see the ball is there? The Mohini took, Lord took the form of the Mohini and Shiva left his wife and ran behind her. That's a famous pastime. In the 14th incarnation, Lord appeared in Narasimha and bifurcated the strong body of his Hiranyakashipu with his nail, just as the carpenter pierces scale. Okay? We know about this incarnation. Lord Narasimha bifurcated the strong body of his Hiranyakashipu. In the 15th incarnation, the Lord is in the form of Vāmana and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Bali. Although at heart he was willing to regain the kingdom of the three planetary system, he simply asked for a donation of 3 strips of land. This is, we know, the Vāmana. The Prabhupada says, the Almighty Lord can bestow upon anyone the kingdom of universe from a very small beginning. And he can take away the kingdom on the begging a piece of land. Then we continue one more. We'll finish the incarnations today, I think, Mataji. What do you say? Or finish the whole chapter?
Yes, whole chapter, Prabhuji.
Full chapter. Let
Yes,
us try. In the 16th incarnation, the Lord, we have 44 slokas to go. We're only on 20 here. Is the Kirtan sound coming to you? No?
No, Prabhuji.
Good, because my mic is very good.
Slightly, a little bit of it is coming.
Yeah, the 16th incarnation, the Lord annihilated the administrative class, which when you tell me the Kirtan sounded disturbing, we will stop it because recording will not be good then. Okay? The 16th incarnation, Lord, and then next time we can continue with friending up. Okay? The 16th incarnation of Godhead, the Lord annihilated the administrative class 21 times, being angry with them because they rebellion against the Brahmanas. You know, in our place, Mangalore, near Udupi, there's a place called Pachaka, where Parashuram temple is there, where after killing the Kshatriyas, he comes and came for meditation. When you come to Mangalore next time, we'll take you. Okay? Yeah, can you read now?
The Kshatriyas, or the administrative class of men, are expected to rule the planet by the direction of the intelligent class of men, who give direction to the rulers in terms of standard shastras or the books of revealed knowledge. Whenever there is disobedience on the part of Kshatriyas or the administrative class against the orders of the learned and intelligent Brahmanas, the administrators are removed by force from the post, and the arrangement is made for the better administration.
Okay. So you can see this. Parashuram in action, killing people. You know, he was working with the speed of mind. Mind is much more. By that, see, before they lift their weapon, their hands are cut. Can you see that? How could he annihilate alone, you know, the Kshatriyas 21 times? Because he was on a very high speed. By the time they lift their weapon, he has made a ocean of their blood. You know? Because why he did that? Because Kshatriyas became crazy. They were harassing the world. So, and they were not listening to any good counsel. So you see, you just destroyed them 21 times. Just like today, you know, if you say that you all the countries in the world, please behave, don't do cow slaughter, worship the Lord, don't waste money, don't allow 4 regulative principles to be broken, all the armies, including Indian army, will come to attack you. Correct? If you order like that. Then what do? You take a chopper, cut. That's what Lord Kalki will do. But now that he has given some concession for 10,000 years, you can chant holy names with delivered, and then you'll rot and suffer in Kali Yuga. The end of 4,32,000 years, then this Kalki will come. So something similar is for Rşabha. Thereafter, in the 17th incarnation of God, Rishi Vyasadeva appeared in the womb of Satyavati through Parashara, and he divided one Veda into several branches and sub-branches, seeing that the people in general are less intelligent. Yes, can read.
And slides will come. Originally, the Veda is one, but Srila Vyasadeva divided the original Veda into four, namely Sama, Yajur, Rig, Art, and then again they were explained in different branches like Puranas and Mahabharatas.
Yes. This is Narada instructing Veda. Why the Ganesha? What is he doing? The joint venture. What they did joint venture, you know that?
He was
Writing Mahabharata. That was the joint venture. Vedavyasa wanted to write Mahabharata, which will come in 1 lakh shlokas. And then he requested Brahma, send somebody to help me. He says, okay, I'll send you Ganesha, I can do that. But then Ganesha made a deal. He said that you should continuously extempore speak. He said, okay, I can do that. Imagine 1 lakh shlokas extempore. But Vedavyasa told Ganesha, you can't write anything without understanding. So whenever he wanted to think, Vedavyasa to give something tough. So Ganesha will be thinking, what is this he has spoken? By the time he'll understand, Vedavyasa will have the next verse ready. So it's a great joint venture. And there is a big story about this last one. Okay. In the 18th incarnation, Lord appears as King Rama in order to perform some pleasing work for the demigod. He exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist King Ravana on the side of the sea. Okay.
Prabhuji, just 1 second. That means Vedavyasa, he has written Mahabharata before it happened?
Which one? That means he was a contemporary, no? We can't say before it happened. You don't know what time he wrote. Do you know what time he wrote? But he can write before. It's not a big deal for him. He's the Trikalagna. He's predicting Buddha coming, Kalki coming, Lord Chaitanya coming. That means he's Trikalagna. Okay? Exactly, you can study when he was writing what. Okay? You can make a study. But definitely it is nothing bewildering if he write before. But if he wrote before, this Kaurava would have had access to that. Correct? They didn't know that. Isn't it? Duryodhana would have seen, oh, he's writing now, he will kill Karna. We don't see that any excess because people are reading. But Vedavyasa says, and Vedavyasa was connected to the family of the correct Kauravas, no? He was connected or not. Dhritarashtra is his son only. Okay? Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura are all sons of Vedavyasa. Let us continue. Okay? That is Rekha, a research for next week. Find out when did he write, before or after. My guess is after.
Okay. Okay.
In the 18th incarnation, Lord appeared as King Rama. In order to perform some pleasing works of demigod, he exhibited superhuman powers of controlling Indian Ocean, then killing the atheist King Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea. Okay, we proceed. And Rama's incarnation, we have some pictures here. Sita being Ravana is trying to steal Sita, and Rama embracing Hanuman, and then Lord Rama. These are some of the pictures. In the 19th and 20th incarnation, the Lord advented. Eko nivimshe vimshati me vrishneshu prapi janmani Rama Krishna iti bhuvo bhagavan aharat bharam. The 19th and 20th incarnation, Lord advented into the Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna and the family of Vrishni, and by so doing, he removed the burden of the world. Okay, this is where Lord Krishna is not an incarnation of the Purusha, as we learned from the beginning of this chapter. He is directly the original personality God, and Balaram is the first plenary manifestation of the Lord. Okay? Because the word Bhagavan already has given a hint. He is the Lord himself. These are some pictures. We can have unlimited pictures of Krishna. This is, now we go to the next portion. In the beginning of Kali Yuga, the Lord will appear. You see the word now, the power, Bhavishyati. Bhavishyati in Sanskrit is future. Okay? And the province of Gaya, just for the purpose of deluding those who are envious of the faithful. Please. Okay, thus in the faithless people who believe in the God in the name of Buddha, in the mercy of Lord Buddha, he made the faithless faithful to him. That's a great contribution. People are very atheistic, sinful. They were having, meat, and so And he felt so sad they're unnecessarily killing so many animals in the name of Vedic sacrifices. Just like it happens in Nepal, they have a huge slaughter of animals particular days of the year. I was there once. You can't stand the shriek of the animals. Every house they are slaughtering animals. They offer bali, and all the vehicles they have to put blood on them. All around the house the blood of animals. I don't know, such a tamasic practice. And somebody is asking why earthquake. What else do you expect when you do all this? Eh? The seed, the karma is planted, it will fructify. So faithless people are made to believe in the God and the Buddha. So Buddha said, ahimsa, don't give pain to other living entities. And people said, yeah, such a great instruction. And they followed him. So this is basics of spiritual life called Upadharma. In the beginning of Kali Yuga, Lord will appear as Lord. Okay, sorry, this is over. Okay, so Prabhupada, the foolish scholars in the Vedic literature do not care to receive transcendental messages through the transcendental realized souls of disciplic succession are sure to be bewildered. If the people are to be educated into the path of Godhead, they must be taught first and foremost to stop the process of animal killing. Can you read, Mataji, the next paragraph?
It is nonsensical to say that animal killing has nothing to do with spiritual realization. By this dangerous theory, many so-called sannyasis have sprung up by the grace of Kali Yuga, who preach animal killing under the curb of Vedas.
Yeah, so many. There are chicken poultries in their ashram. Shameless. Continue.
Lord Buddha's philosophy is called atheist because there is no acceptance of the Supreme Lord, and because that system of philosophy denied the authority of the Vedas. But that is an act of camouflage by the Lord. Lord Buddha and Acharya Shankara paved the path of theism, and Vaishnavacharya, especially Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, led the people on the path towards a realization of going back to Godhead.
Step by step, nursery was given by Buddha, that there is nothing, there is only Shunya, and we should not give pain to other living entity. That's all he could teach them, nothing more they were capable of. Then Shankaracharya built on that, and he spoke about Brahman. And then the Vaishnavacharyas took the next class, built on that, and they talked about our devotion to the Lord. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and combined all the four Vaishnava Siddhanta as Achinta Bheda Veda. Thereafter, the conjunction of two yugas, the Lord of the creation take his birth as Kalki incarnation, become again Bhavishyati. Okay? Ataso yuga sandhyanam dasya prayasya rajaso janita vishnuesho namna Kalki jagatpati. So Kalki will come and become the son of Vishnu Yasha. The father's name has been given. And then other place, he will be born as this Shambhalpur. Okay, that place is already there. Probably Vishnu Yasha, Vishnu Yashi looks to be quite near to the Joshi of today. Probably, this is 4 lakh years. The things will all, names may slightly change. And he will be born as a son of a pious personality. And he will do his work as Kalki. Kalki means no talking, only cutting. Professor, there is nothing to talk about. O Brahma, the incarnation Lord, are innumerable, like the rivulets flowing from an inexhaustible source of water. All the rishis, manus, demigods, descendant Manu, who are especially powerful, are plenary portions, other portions of plenary portions of the Lord. This all things. Basically, different ways people are empowered. That is also. Now continue. This is the verse, which is the more important verse of this chapter. Do you remember the verses, Mataji?
2 verses, Prabhuji. I could remember.
Which one do you remember?
This one, yes, Prabhuji.
Chant. Close your eyes and chant. Yeah.
Itejam sa kalapam sa Krishna tu Bhagavan swaha Indrani vyakulam lokam mridyanti yuge yuge.
All the above mentioned incarnation are the plenary portion of the plenary portion of the Lord, but Lord Shri Krishna is the original personality of God. All of them appear on the planet whenever there is a disturbance caused by their peace. The Lord incarnates to protect the peace. So, Kala Amsha means the portion, Kala means portion of the portion. So everything is finally, all the incarnations descend from Lord Krishna. Krishna is not avatar. Chaitanya Charitamrita says he is the avatari. Because Paramatma or the Shirodaksha Vishnu is maintaining the world, incarnation business is his. But in a rare circumstances, once in a day of Brahma, once in 8.624 billion years, the Lord himself comes as Krishna. Okay, he is not an incarnation at that time of Vāmana Vishnu. Yes, you can read Mataji there.
Slide will change.
It has come now, red slide.
No, Prabhuji. In this particular stanza, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is distinguished from other incarnations. He is counted among the avatars because out of this causeless mercy, the Lord descends from his transcendental abode. Avatara means one who descends. His different plenary portions or parts of plenary portions or his differentiated portions, directly or indirectly, empowered by him, descend to this material world to execute certain specific functions. Originally, the Lord is full of all opulences, all prowess, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Sometimes he exhibits only some of his opulences as needed at that particular time. Example, Narsimha displayed power. Narada, Lord Buddha created faith in the mass of people. Rama and Dhanvantari displays his fame. Balarama, Mohini, Vāmana exhibited his beauty. Dattatreya, Matsya, Kumara, and Kapila exhibited his transcendental knowledge. Nara and Narayan rishis exhibited his renunciation. But Lord Krishna, the primeval Lord, exhibited the complete features of Godhead, and thus it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnation.
Again, that there's so many ways we can see Krishna has, the Shadashwarya, 6 opulences. And if you look at different incarnations, they showed something. Narasimhadev showed power. He destroyed such a big demon. Narada and Buddha created faith in the mass, correct? We discussed how Buddha created. And Rama and Dhanvantari displayed his fame. Because in Buddha, what happened? They started worshipping Buddha. So atheist people, we can't give them God, but they started worshipping Buddha. Buddha is himself God. So they don't know what they're doing. You see, you go to Buddhist countries, they all with ghee lamp and particularly agarbatti, they offer to the Lord, to Buddha.
Yes.
But they don't know his Lord himself. So if they know his God, they don't believe in God, but they worship Buddha. Buddha is God, sir. So that is very nice. So they get surrendered. They get tricked into worshipping the Lord. You get Dattatreya, and then another thing, Prabhupada says, Balarama showed beauty. Very sweet. Balarama, Mohini, and Vāmana showed his beauty. So yes, for Balaram, Mohini definitely showed beauty. Vāmana is also a very small child, very beautiful. So, but everybody showed some aspect. Krishna shows all the aspects. So therefore, he is also another way, the avatari. The most important extraordinary feature exhibited, but something more than none of them showed, is Krishna's Madhurya Leela with the great devotees. Correct? Which is not shown by any other incarnation, particularly the pastime with the coward girls. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord emphatically declared there is no truth greater than or equal to himself. In this stanza, the word Swayam is particularly mentioned to confirm the Lord Krishna has no other source than himself. Summam, you can read the last line, Mataji.
The summum bonum Krishna is one without a second.
Yes. Learned scholars in Transcendental carefully analyze some of Krishna to have 64 principal attributes, and the Vishnu has 60, Shiva also has 55, and Brahma and Shiva 55, and Jiva's maximum 50. Brahma has at least all the 50 in full. When you have all the 50 in full, then only you can enter the spiritual world. Okay. The most perfect living being Brahma, the supreme administrator, is one of the universe. He possesses 78% of attributes in full. He can award a Lord Krishna above all the spiritual planets is called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana, and all the perfectly living beings by developing 78% of the above attributes of fullness can enter into the planet of Krishna Loka after leaving the present material form. Okay. Whoever carefully recite the mysterious appearance of the Lord with devotion in the morning and the evening get relief from all miseries of life. So you may say that now what happened? We got all the relief? Depends. If by devotion you have done it, over. Just by chanting even once the name of Krishna, you can be liberated. But you have to do it with proper faith and devotion. So there is something called, this is called Shruti Phala. You heard all this appearance, disappearance, blessing is already there. Okay. The conception of Virata, universal form of the Lord, appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent to adjust to the idea of the Lord's having form, but factually the Lord has no material form. Now, some may question the why universal form, Virat Rupa is not listed in the incarnation. It is not an incarnation. It is just an imaginary conception of the Lord to help atheists, because the atheists can only think about matter. So here is all universal cosmos as matter. We can meditate on that. Yes, Mataji, you can read this in the line thing.
The conception of the Lord known as Vishwarupa or the Virat Rupa is particularly not mentioned along with the various incarnations of the Lord. The Virat Rupa is conceived for those who are just neophyte worshippers. Actually, all such descriptions are for the neophytes. The neophytes cannot conceive of anything beyond matter. The conclusion is that material conception of the body of the Lord as Virat is imaginary. Both the Lord and the living beings are living spirit and have original spiritual bodies.
So we continue. Clouds and dust are carried by the air. Less intelligent person says the sky is cloudy and the air is dirty. Similarly, they also imply material bodily conception of the spirit itself. So the soul is always pure. Today we have material desire. The soul is not polluted. Always remember. That's why I see mind is there. Mind is a subtle instrument that stores your crazy desire. The soul remains always pure. Nothing happens to the soul. Yeah, you can read this, Mataji.
With our material eyes and senses, we cannot see the Lord, who is all spirit. We cannot even detect the spiritual spark which exists within the material body of the living being. We look on to the outward covering of the body or the subtle mind of the living being, but we cannot see the spiritual spark within the body. So we have to accept the living being's presence by the presence of his gross body. Similarly, those who want to see the Lord with their present material eyes or with the material senses are advised to meditate on the gigantic external feature called the Virat Rupa. Less intelligent men who want to see God immediately without necessary qualification are shown first the gigantic material cosmos as the form of Lord, although the Lord is within and without.
All the Lord is within and without. Beyond this gross conception of the form with another subtle conception of the form which is without a formal shape and unseen, unheard and unmanifest. The living entity has its form beyond the subtlety, therefore it could not have repeated birth. So what we are seeing is beyond the gross and subtle conception. Okay? Which is without formal shape, not without material shape, and it is transcendental matter. And we do have that. Okay, yeah, soul we have a transcendental form. Similarly, Lord also has a transcendental form beyond this material cosmos. Either way, we can apply it to the soul and God. Whenever a person experiences self-realization, both the gross subtle bodies have nothing to do with the pure soul. At that time, he sees himself as well as a Lord. Okay, we have to come out of the illusion that I am the body or I am the. Okay, some points say Mataji underline.
In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that He is present in everyone's heart and from Him only all the knowledge, remembrance or forgetfulness take place. When the living being desires to be an enjoyer of the material energy, the Lord covers the living being in the mystery of forgetfulness, and that the living being misinterprets the gross body and subtle mind to be his own self. When living being prays to the Lord for deliverance from the clutches of forgetfulness, the Lord, by His causeless mercy, removes the living being's illusory curtain, and thus he realizes his own self. He then engaged himself in the service of the Lord in his internal constitutional position, becoming liberated from the conditioned life. All this is executed by the Lord either through his external potency or directly by the internal potency.
So when we eager, when we want to be enjoy, the Lord makes us forget everything. So it is a choice is ours actually. I desire Krishna, I want to serve you. Then you know what happens to fulfill that desire. Krishna arranges an opportunity, and then Krishna reminds, "You wanted to serve me." You feel so happy. Krishna is so much thankful to you. Similarly, you want to do some sinful activity. Krishna arranges the whole thing. Then he reminds, "You want to do this?" Just like suppose you want to kill somebody, so Krishna will arrange all weapons in your hand and some innocent followers. Then Krishna, you wanted to kill somebody. So everything Krishna arranges actually, but we are the doers because we are the one who desire. Okay? Our doership in the form of desiring. Okay, first. Then the opportunity is created. If the illusory energy subsides, the living entity becomes fully enriched with knowledge by the grace of the Lord, then he becomes at once enlightened with self-realization, thus becomes situated in the own. Okay, yeah, kindly read.
Therefore, by His grace, the external energy which is employed by illusionally those living beings who want to have it subsides by the will of the Lord in terms of repentance and penance for the conditioned soul.
Okay, so this illusory energy will subside. Please remember this line in terms of repentance and penance. See how nicely written. How much is very important. I repent. Yes, Krishna, I am guilty. I should not have done so many foolish activities. I am guilty. And penance. Penance means your tapasya to please the Lord. Correct? Repentance and penance. These are two Maha words. Please keep in your mind. Repentance, penance. Repentance, penance. The Prabhupada says we should have tears or repentance. Okay? Then only we can advance. Does learn and describe the births and activities of the unborn, inactive, which is undiscoverable even in the Vedic literature. He is the Lord of the heart. Okay. Yeah, you can read now.
Both the Lord and the living entities are spiritual and are eternal, and neither of them has birth and death. The so-called birth and disappearances of the Lord are unlike those of living beings. The living beings are bound by the laws of material nature, but the Lord's actions are not bound by material nature, but are demonstrations of the internal potency of the Lord. We should always take advantage of the narrations of the activities of the Lord, which are meditation on Brahman, in the most convenient and the palatable form.
You see that. Now, so many people try to meditate on Brahman, correct? They, they leave everything, they leave their house, they leave families, and they go to the forest. Prabhupada says, Are Mudha, Are idiot, you want to meditate on Brahman, here Krishna Leela, which is so easy to meditate on Brahman, correct? Brahman in the most palatable form is the Leelas of the Lord, okay? Narration of the pastime, that is Bhagavatam. Simply meditate on Brahman, it is undescribable, it is unseeable. What is your meditation? Nonsense. It finishes in 2 minutes. You get bored. But hearing the narrations of the Lord, spoken by the devotees, proper channel, is very pleasing to them. A Lord whose activities are always spotless, the master of the six senses, is fully omnipotent with the six opulences. He creates and manifested universes, maintains them and annihilates them without being in the least affected. He is within every living being and is always independent.
The Lord is the creator and living entities are the created. He is called as Amogha Leela, which indicate that there is nothing lamentable in his creation. Those who create disturbance in his creation are themselves disturbed. He is transcendental to all material afflictions because he is full with six opulences. He is the master of the senses. He creates these manifested universes in order to reclaim the living beings who are within them suffering threefold miseries, maintains them and in due course annihilates them without being the least affected by such actions. He is connected with this material creation very superficially, as one smells odor without being connected with the odorous article. Non-godly elements therefore can never approach him, and despite all endeavors.
Yeah, so you cannot approach him by their all endeavors. You can never come. And Prabhupada says the interesting thing, Amogha Leela. There is nothing lamentable in his. There's no need to read any newspaper. Nothing lamentable. Everything is going by his will. And who trying to create disturbance, he will disturb. So we have nothing to bother. We just can sit and chant the Lord's holy name. You understand? Sometimes we become so disturbed. What happened? Why this happened? Doesn't matter. There is nothing lamentable happening anywhere. Everything is under full control of the Lord. You understand? Just like you're studying in a college, you have a wonderful dean. Then anything happens in any room, you don't have to bother. He's in charge. Suppose you say he has thrown somebody out of the college. You're very upset. Why did my dean, suspend somebody from the college? But if you have faith, he's a great personality. He must have done a right action. Correct? In the same way, Krishna is in control of this world. Whatever happening, finally, there is nothing lamentable. The foolish with the pure fund of knowledge cannot know how the transcendental nature of the forms, names, and activity of the Lord who is playing like an actor in a drama. Nor can they express such thing, neither in their speculation nor in their words. The Prabhupada is saying is the transcendental Leela of the Lord cannot be understood by the foolish. Yes.
The mental speculators are a little more progressive than the gross materialists or the fruitive workers, but because they are also within the grip of illusion, they take it for granted that anything which has form, name, and activities is but a byproduct of material energy. For them, the superior spirit is formless, nameless, and inactive. With such a poor fund of knowledge, there is no access to the real nature of the Supreme Being.
So you cannot have access. If you remain an impersonalist, you have no access. Prabhupada therefore many times says, poor fund of knowledge. Very nice word he has coined. Poor fund of knowledge. No knowledge. They have no access to the Krishna's transcendental form. Impersonalists are unfortunate. They cannot enter into Krishna. And most unfortunate thing is they have covered whole India with impersonalists. Okay? Generally people are impersonalists. Those who have rendered unreserved, uninterrupted, favorable service under the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who carries the wheel of the chariot in his hand, can know the creator of the universe in glory, power, and transcendence. So only those, okay, who have rendered service can enter into the transcendental Leela. Yes, Mataji, beautiful purport. You can read.
Only the pure devotees can know the transcendental name, form, and activities of the Lord Krishna due to their being completely freed from the reactions of fruitive works and mental speculation. They render incessant service to the Lord spontaneously without any reservation. Those who are rendering service indirectly, being forced by the illusionary agent of the Lord, are rendering service unto him unfavorably. The favorable servitors are devotees of the Lord, and by the grace of the Lord they can enter into the mysterious region of transcendence. The mental speculators remain in darkness all the time. Lord himself guides the pure devotees towards the path of realization due to their constant engagement in the love and service of the Lord and spontaneous affection. That is the secret of entering into the kingdom of God. Fruitive activities and speculations are no qualification for entering.
He gets the pure devotion will only enter the spiritual. Only by making personal inquiries in this world one can successfully and perfectly comprehend. For such inquiries invoke transcendental ecstatic love unto the personality of God, who is the proprietor of all the universes, and guarantee said person immunity from the dreadful reputation of birth and death. Yes.
The inquiries of the sages headed by Sonka are herewith praised by Sutta Goswami on the merit of the transcendental nature. A certain person devotee of the Lord is immune to the dreadful material miseries of the repeated birth and death.
Sent person. Sent person will not help you. We have to be sent person. Then we are immune.
Thank you.
This Srimad Bhagavatam, now last 4 verses, the glorification of Bhagavatam. So very nice because you're going to study Bhagavatam. It's very important to read this. This Srimad Bhagavatam, literary incarnation. You know this shloka? You remember, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji.
Let us chant this then. Idam Bhagavatam Nama
Idam Bhagavatam Nama
Puranam Brahma Samhitam
Puranam Brahma Samhitam
Uttama Shloka Charitam
Uttama Shlokam Charitam
Sakara Bhagavan Rishihi
Chakara Bhagavan Rishi
Shreyasaya Lokasya
Nitshayasya Lokasya
Dhanyam Swasti Ayanam Maha.
Dhanyam Swasti Ahanam Mahat.
This Srimad Bhagavatam, literary incarnation of God, is compiled by Sri Vyasadeva. Incarnation of God is meant for the ultimate good of all people, and it is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. See the Bhagavatam glorification. Yeah, you can read the points.
Yeah. Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared that Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless sound representation of all Vedic knowledge and history. Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami advised all intending visitors who come to see the Lord at Puri to make a study of Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam. The person Bhagavatam is a self-realized bona fide spiritual master, and through him only one can understand the lessons of Bhagavatam in order to receive the desired result. It carries with it all the transcendental blessings of Lord Shri Krishna that we can expect from his personal contact.
Same thing. We get a personal contact. Yeah, continue. Yeah, Sri Vyasadeva is delivered to his son. Okay? Sri Vyasadeva delivered it to his son, who was the most respected among the self-realized, after extracting the cream of all the Vedic literatures and histories of the universe. Shukdev Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, in his turn delivered the Bhagavatam to the great Emperor Parikshit, who sat surrounded by sages on the bank of the Ganges, awaiting death without taking food or drink. Yeah.
Men with poor fund of knowledge only accept the history of the world from time of Buddha, or since 600 BC, and prior to this period all histories mentioned in the scriptures are calculated by them to be imaginary stories. Considering the different situation of different planets and also time and circumstances, there is nothing wonderful in the stories of the Puranas, nor are they imaginary. We should always remember the maxim that one's man food is another's man poison. We should not therefore reject the stories and histories of the Puranas as imaginary. The great rishis like Vyasa has no business putting some imaginary stories in their literature.
See, that's why we should hold the fit of Srila Prabhupada. Full faith in the Vedic literatures, correct? Full faith in every word. Yeah, continue.
Good. Srila Vyasadeva is a great authority, and the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam being so important, he delivered the message first to his great son, Sri Sukadeva Goswami. It is compared to the cream of the milk. Srimad Bhagavatam contains all palatable, instructive, and authentic verses of different activities of the Lord and his devotees. There is no gain, however, in accepting the message of Bhagavatam from the unbelievers, atheists, and professional reciters who make a trade of Bhagavatam for the laymen. Milk is undoubtedly very good and nourishing, but when it is touched by the mouth of a snake, it is no longer nourishing. Rather, it becomes a source of death. Similarly, those who are not strictly in the Vaishnava disciples should not make a business of this Bhagavatam and become a cause of spiritual death for so many hearers.
You can become cause of spiritual death for so many here. We should not do that. You know, instead of Mohini distributing nectar, we will become Putana distributing the poison. Yeah, so we should become devotees. Then, when we are glorifying the Lord, it will benefit people. Otherwise, you think we are benefiting, but people are dying spiritually. This is the, you know the shloka? 43rd. Krishna Sadama Upagate Dharma Jnanadivi Saha Kalau Nashtra Disham Esha Pranar Kodunoditaha. This Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun and is edition just for the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness and ignorance of the age of Kali should get light from this Purana. O learned Brahmana, when Sukadeva Goswami recited Bhagavatam there, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy I learned Bhagavatam from the great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the same thing that I have learned from him, and I have realized it. Yeah, you can read. Glories of Srimad Bhagavatam.
When Krishna descends on the material world, he displays himself with all paraphernalia and his internal potency, which is called Atma Maya. Except for God, no one can establish the principles of religion. Either he or a suitable person empowered by him can dictate the code of religion. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, appeared before us just a little prior to the beginning of Kali Yuga, and he returned to his eternal home practically at the commencement of Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are like torchbearer for the blind people of this stage. We must therefore accept Srimad Bhagavatam as the direct representation of Lord Krishna. One who can see Srimad Bhagavatam can also see Lord Krishna in person. They are identical.
Very important, they are identical. Therefore, Prabhupada many times, see, our books are all Bhagavatam only, because Bhagavad Gita is nothing but summary of Bhagavatam. Okay? So Prabhupada carefully chose which gave us Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And now what happens is that when you are distributing the books, it's all Bhagavatam you are distributing. Okay, na? They are all lectures of Prabhupada are also Bhagavatam, and book Bhagavatam, person Bhagavatam. So when you are distributing the books and people touch the books, Prabhupada says even they are benefited even if they touch. Why? They are touching Krishna. Because here it says that they are identical. So, very important point. Yeah, continue. Importance of hearing with rapt attention. Yeah.
Which slide is not coming?
Importance of hearing with rapt attention. ...
One can certainly see directly the presence of Lord Shri Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam if one has heard it from a self-realized great soul like Sukadeva Goswami. The word Nimishta means that Sukadeva Goswami drank the juice of Bhagavatam through his ears. This is the real process of receiving the Bhagavatam. One should hear with rapt attention from the real person, and then he can at once realize the presence of Lord Krishna in every page. The secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, faring, and mating. But somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person at the very beginning, one can surely see Lord Krishna in person in the pages of Bhagavatam.
Very nice. Many times students ask me, sir, there is a problem. I'm not able to concentrate. My exams are going on. So I just cut paste the shloka and put on the the dialog box, and they run away because they want some quick fix. The answer is clear. How can you have rapt attention? Everybody wants, correct? You cannot have rapt attention unless you are pure in mind. Obvious, it's common sense. And you cannot be pure in mind when actions are not pure. What is impure action? They do all sinful activities, and then when the exam comes, mind is disturbed. It will be disturbed. What else will happen? Correct? We cannot jump to dustbin and come out clean. really disturb, your whole mind will disturb. So that is nice. But Prabhupada says that's a reality, so you can't hear Bhagavatam so easily unless you are pure with rapt attention. Because if you hear Bhagavatam with rapt attention, you are delivered. Correct? But then Prabhupada says, somehow or other, he is giving a concession as an Acharya, somehow or another, somehow hears with rapt attention from the right person, somehow or other. Yeah? Little faith he came to hear from a pure devotee. At the very beginning, one can assuredly see Lord Shri Krishna in person in the faith of the Lord. If you by somehow, that's what I think we are on the last line. Somehow or other, with some faith, we heard one devotee and we got delivered. Because that is our fortune, and Prabhupada has created this fortune for us. You see, we so carefully, Prabhupada spent all the nights translating, giving purpose to Bhagavatam, okay? Making the thing ready for us. Book Bhagavatam. Therefore, now in the world he is present as Book Bhagavatam. Okay? We are still taking. Somebody asked Prabhupada. See, every time people are just so surprised. Prabhupada is always in complete transcendental situation. And then what happens? Prabhupada, the reporter asked Prabhupada, what will happen to your movement, Srila Prabhupada, when you die? Prabhupada looked at him, I'll never die. So all devotees were so much attached to Prabhupada. They say, Hari, could not believe. Every moment what Prabhupada is speaking used to be a surprise for them. You know that? In spiritual world, every act of Krishna enchants. You open the mouth. What? Every time Krishna opens, does one activity in the spiritual world or he speaks something, all the devotees get enchanted. From Krishna, Prabhupada says Krishna is the enchanter of the soul. In the spiritual world, every act, every word of Krishna, every gesture of Krishna enchants trillions to the power of trillions of living entities. They're completely enchanted by Krishna. That is our nature. But a pure devotee, Sakshat Haritana, representing Krishna is also like that only. Every word or act of his, gesture of his, enchants the devotees. Correct? The Prabhupada, said that I will not die. The devotee, what do you speak? So then they said, the reporter said, how? Prabhupada said, I live in my books and you will utilize. So that is the Prabhupada. He is still in his books and we all can take direct association. We have a direct opportunity to directly associate with Prabhupada and nurture our spiritual self. Prabhupada said, you will utilize, means you nurture our spiritual life. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki. So we came back, let us come back to presentation. Now you can see me, Mataji? Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's a new lighting setup.
Yes,
We are making so many arrangements. This one you have to learn how to do. Actually, on the left-hand side of your screen, this is there. I think I'll share with you a video, and you tell your friend Neha. Actually, today 18 people want to join our show, but it's morning time. What to do? People don't get up. What can I do?
Prabhuji, what videos you have uploaded now, so one problem is that the volume is very less.
Yes.
It becomes very difficult. Last video what you have uploaded yesterday.
See what happens. I have a very powerful audio system, so I don't understand. So please give me input. Okay? Because I see the videos later, but it comes fine. I think we'll stop the broadcast.